Hello everyone, it's me again, JMLisondra, and today I'm going to teach you on how to paint a statue. So, this is actually part of my big commission project, commission painting, and I'll just get some parts where I can teach you how to do that, and especially this one, which is the statue. So I'm going to teach you how to do this one. So first, okay, so um, I'll just use the same limited colors and actually and also the same brushes. And so I'm gonna start now. So I have here the blue color, so we're gonna do the blacking first. We're gonna put the uh, background color before we're gonna start adding the highlights. So I have here the blue, mix it with the raw umber to make it grayish, and we're gonna add some white to make it lighter. So we're gonna put first lighter colors, or we're gonna put first the mid-tone here. You can actually spray it with water. There. Okay everyone, so I am done with the background colors, or the first coat, or the blacking. So now I will be adding the details, so I will just leave it this one because it's still wet. I'll do stay this one, which is it's already a little dry, so I'll put the details here. So I'll just do this one instead of this one. Okay, so I'm gonna start now, and first I'm gonna add some darker tones. So I'll be using the raw umber and some blue color. I will put a line here from the shirt. Then I'm gonna make the this part darker. Okay, and I'm gonna put some shades here, a little shades, using this darker brownish gray mixtures of raw umber and blue. And here also I'm gonna, so I also need to follow the rule of the light which I apply on the upper part. So my highlights will be on the left side here. So all the highlights will be, so my sun is on the left side, so all the highlights will be on the left side. There. So I'm going to make it smooth as possible, and I'm gonna use darker colors here. Then I'm gonna put some some folds on the shirt, but this is actually a statue, so this is should be made of cement. So I'm gonna use a little bluish color here with some raw umber. So I'm gonna put a little shadow here. Actually, my plan, I'm gonna put a waterfall in the back of these two statue here. Waterfall from the river. So this part will be wet here. It will flow here. So that will be my plan, and I'm sorry I cannot put it on my I cannot put it as a tutorial. And now I'm going to start adding some highlights. So I'll be using this white color here, mix it with the existing gray color, and I'm gonna put the highlights on the so I want it to be a little dark. So this would be there. Okay. I'm gonna use a lighter color. And also here, so I'm gonna make this part lighter. So I have here some gray colors, bluish color on my palette, and I'll just mix that if I want something to make if something will be darker, so I just mixed it here. And also I just add white if I want something to be lighter. Okay. So I want darker color. Okay. And then also on this part of the hand, there. And also here, I'm gonna put a little detail here. So I'm gonna put a logo here, logo of a company, but I will not put here on the tutorial. So if you want to have a darker color, just use the raw umber and mix it with a little bluish. So all you have to do is just blend it pretty well, because actually usually statues are smooth. There. Yes. And I'm gonna use blue color here, and then I just put it here with blue with a little raw umber, just a little raw umber, just make it more bluish. And then I'm gonna put the blue here on the other side. It's called the bouncing light or the diffuse reflection. I'm gonna make it a little darker. So yeah, this is it's actually called the bouncing light. There. Yeah, maybe it looks really too sharp, so I'll make sure that it's not that sharp. So I'm gonna put darker colors here. Here also. So I'll be using more blue because I want more bluish tone on the under on the bouncing light. So I'm gonna use more blue color, so blue and white. So here. There, and also here. There you go. And then also here. So I'll, yes. So as you observe, it's very obvious that there is a little light coming here, bouncing light on the right side. It is what we call the bouncing light. Okay. Now I'm gonna use more raw umber with a little yellow and red. So I'm gonna add a little brownish tone on the statue. So here. So I'm gonna put more brownish tone to make it look old. So I'll just blend here on this part to make it look not so obvious. There. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna use a darker tone. So this time it will be a little brownish, and I'm gonna use more white with a brownish tone, and I'm gonna make this part lighter. So the highlights will be a little brownish because it's an afternoon scene, so yeah, it will be a little golden hour. Yeah, and it will be a little warm. So that's why I'm using brownish. Or light brown. So here, this will be the highlights, the midtones. The blue is also the midtone and the shadows here. Okay. So that's how we're gonna. So we in adding some shadows and highlights. Actually, I do not have a reference on this one, so I'm actually making it on my own. So in adding the highlights and the shadows, you should always consider the highlight should be more warm, and the bouncing light should be more cold, or it should be more neutral or cold. Neutral means more grayish, and cold means more bluish. Okay. Yeah, for me it looks more natural. Looks, yeah, pretty realistic. Okay, and then here I'm gonna add more. So there. Okay, so I will be adding a waterfall here later, so but I'm not gonna put it on the camera, sorry guys. But this I'll just focus on this one. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put some cracks on the statue. Yeah, so I think that looks yeah, outstanding as of now. Okay, so I'll just put some small cracks to make it more realistic. Okay. So I'll be using the number 1 liner brush. So as you observe guys, I am using two yellows here. Actually when I thought that yellow oxide is almost like a yellow, natural yellow, so I thought I get mistakenly think that it's a yellow, so it's almost look like a Hansa yellow or a Rosena, something like that. So I am using it because it's a very good yellow, but since I am always using limited colors, so actually I just consider that as a yellow. The same with the other one, yellow. Actually I can still use these two yellows here, this yellow, even if I don't have the natural yellow. So totally fine everyone if you're still using the other yellow. So I have here the Umber again. So I'm gonna put some cracks, Umber, with mixing it with the existing lighter colors here. So I'm gonna put some cracks, especially in this hand. You can actually put cracks anywhere. Okay. And then here. There. Okay. I can put more cracks. There. And I'm gonna put a big crack. Somewhere here. There. Actually, we can put more cracks. There, and don't overdo it. So now we can add a little highlights on the crack. So I'm gonna use this almost yellow, almost white. Need to clean my brush. Almost plain white. And I'm gonna put it here. It's just too white. I'll just use this one. There. To make it look more three-dimensional. Can add a little highlights there. There. So as you can see, everyone, so it really look realistic, and I love it. Yeah, it really is look more realistic. Yeah. So now I'm gonna put some stains, brownish stains. So I'm gonna use this yellow with some white. I'm gonna add a yellowish stain here. There. You can put it anywhere. There's some little brownish tone. And then I'm gonna use some white. No, that's too light. Yes, I'm gonna make this lighter. Okay. Yes, that looks pretty more like a statue now. Okay, so I think that's it for this tutorial. So I hope you get something out of this. Actually, the second one will be, I'll just copy what I did here. My advice is just, if you just the same technique, everyone. So if you are painting a statue, the same technique here, even if you copy it on a live object or on a realistic object like a human body, even if it's the color is brown, you can transform it into a statue like this one. Just make it grayish with some stains, some cracks. It will look more realistic if you're gonna do that. Okay, so if we get something out of this. Okay everyone, so I wanna say thank you for watching this video today, and I hope you get something out of this. And my only advice is to keep on practicing, keep on painting. The more you do it, the more you know how to use your brush, the more you will know how to mix the colors. That's why I'm using limited colors with palette, because I want you to learn how to mix and get the desired colors you want. So please hit like, add some comments, subscribe for more videos in the future. Okay, once again, thank you, have a nice day, and God bless you all. All the glory and honor and praises always belongs to the Lord.